Hello all. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you some of the basics of UV unwrapping in 3dsmax. So we are going to go through some kind of stuff like planar mapping and cylindrical mapping. So very first of all, let's go through some of the planar mapping stuff. So how planar mapping works is like, so what exactly unwrapping is like, you're going to unwrap a 3D object and you are going to take it into Photoshop in the form of 2D flat maps, paint it, texture it, and again you can get it back. So either this can be done in Photoshop or either you can use any other application called Substance Painter also. So let's do over here, let's unwrap basic stuff. So let's take an object over here. So let me show you one basic object to understand the basic stuff of planar mapping. So let's select this polygon and let's just extrude it, and let's unwrap this object over here in Max. So very first of all, let's just change the color of it. Select this model, let's go into this modifier and let's go into unwrap UVW. Let's go into this unwrap UVW and let's select this polygons. Exclude this. So after selecting these polygons over here, we need to unwrap all different elements in different forms. So what I'm going to do over here is like, I'll just go down over here, I'll go into this projection and I'll set it as a planar map. In planar map, which angle you want in align, let's set it to the y-axis. So y-axis is the outside axis. As you can see, this is a kind of a gizmo over here. So after you're done over here, now you can just come up and there is an option over here called quick planar map. So once you go into quick planar map and open UV editor, as you can see over here, we have taken out this stuff over here. Go down, let's select this over here. For now, again use a quick planar map and open UV editor and let's just push this down over here. So as you can see over here, I'm just unwrapping this particular area over here. Select this over here. Again, if you want the projection, and again your quick planar map, open UV editor. But now over here, when this faces will get opened up, it should be flipped. So we have an option over here for flipping it, mirror it. You can just mirror it in this way. So we can just mirror it in this way. As you can see, I have just mirrored this over here. So now if you go into the edge and if you select this one edge over here, you will see that the other edge turns blue. That means it is a joint of that particular stuff. So how we are going to join this? Very simple. You have an option over here that's called stitch selected. You can use this option. You can use this, go into tools and stitch selected. Select this, tools and stitch selected. That's it. So select this again. Okay, you can see this edge and this edge, it's inverted. So we need to go into this polygons and we need to flip it in horizontal. Now again go into the edges, tools, again stitch selected, go into tools, stitch selected, tools, stitch selected. Okay, so once you're done, you can see that we have just opened this particular stuff. So now if you want to check it, we can just go into this material. Let's assign a checker over here. So let's assign a checker over here to have a look. So as you can see, this checker is perfectly fitting over here, but it's not fitting over here because this part is not yet unwrapped. So in the simple terms, if you again go from the top, if you see from the top how many polygons are visible, you can directly unwrap this all. You can just select this all from the top. Let's do it into the projection Z axis and quick planar map, open UV editor. So if you see this over here, you can only see this much of the part, right? So let's go into the tools and we have an option called relax. So once you relax it, now you see that this particular all parts have been separated. So let's select this all, and if you want to just place it over here, you can just place it over here, or you can just scale that stuff. So just select this and tools and stitch selected. That's it. Perfect. So now if you see this, one part is, I think, still left out. This part and this part. So this part we can just easily unwrap it. Again, quick planar map over here. So let's just scale this. The only thing for applying this checkers is like you should make sure that the checkers are not stretching. So for example, if you are unwrapping any of the body part or any kind of complicated unwrapping, at that time you need to see that over here also the checker should not stretch. So you know how the checkers stretch if your anatomy, or you can say if your vertices have been coincided, at that time there are more chances of stretching. So you need to take care of that particular stuff. Alright, so you can just take this, scale it, you can just place it somewhere here, not a problem. So now if you see this over here, so for example, if your vertices, this vertices is over here for UV, and if you accidentally you move it, can you see this? It's stretching it. Can you see the stretching amount? Yes, it stretches it. So the most important thing is like now this 3D model, we have just flattened it in the form of 2D map. So now let's again go into this, select this all, let's scale this, all this stuff, and let's place this over here. That's it. So that's your unwrapping is done for this element. So that's what your planar mapping works like over here. So now if you have another object over here, texturing is a different part that can be taken into Photoshop or any other paint application. You can paint it, and again you can just get those maps back over here. That will be coming in the further sessions. So now if you have any object like a cylinder or something over here, so I can just take a cylinder. There are two ways over here. So very first of all, I'll just reduce this and I'll just give a taper modifier over here. So let's convert to editable poly. Select this. Let's give a shell modifier for the thickness. Convert to poly. So now we can just go into this. There are two ways. One way, which I'll be showing you over here, that can be done. Either you can use the sim and cut and all this stuff, that can also be done. Unwrap UVW over here. Can select this edge over here. This is a one stuff which I'll be showing you. So you can just go into this. Okay, before we start doing this, so select the polygons now. Select this, all the polygons. And you can just go into this, peel. No. Okay. So pelting can be done. We need to cut that in that particular sim form. Alright, that's it. So if you see this, I have just cut this out over here using this pelt option. This is one way. Alright. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.